Hello, this is Lady B, the Queen of Wellness. I come before you right now with open hands on the subject of the coronavirus. But before I get started with this session, I would like to do, as we do, our quick meditation and our breathing exercise along with it. We're going to breathe in, bringing the oxygen inside of us, holding it in for a moment and letting it out, bringing our arms down, letting the music enter inside of us, giving us the tranquility of peace and harmony within. We're going to breathe in again, lifting our arms, our hands, rising up to the universe where we can feel the full energy that is needed for us to feel what is being said upon this crisis that we are dealing with right now all over the globe. Breathing in and letting it out. One more time, breathe in, holding your shoulders back, holding it and letting it out. We're going to get into the session right now upon this coronavirus. It's such a tragedy, but it is not the end of the world. There has been a numerous of cases. Several people have died from this virus, and the numbers are continuously going higher. But it is not, once again, it's not the end. There's a healing and there's a cure. But we have to let the healing come from within our thinking process as we are centered around seeing what is going on all over the world. People are going through horrific turnarounds in their minds and losing their full selves. You see fighting and dispute and riots, almost like over toilet paper, over water, over food. But we're going to come in this time of crises. We're going to come with a new approach. We're going to think outside right now in this time that we are dealing with in this coronavirus. We're going to look up to the universe and we're going to ask the universe to take this matter over and to bring about a healing, a oneness. But first, it is important that we as a people, this is also, I believe, a warning for us. And the reason why I say this is because we have gotten out of touch with self. We have become selfish and not selfless. We have gotten out of the touch of being neighbors, meaning family, friends, strangers, and all sources of young, old, rich and poor, we have gotten out of touch into this world, and it became a vast. We've gotten so used to looking only within ourselves, and we don't look anymore outside of ourselves. But there are ways that we can reverse what has happened to us. It has gotten to the point we feel isolated right now. We don't feel that we can go out, mingle, socialize, going into these places of gatherings, going to these gyms, and so forth. And it's all because of this coronavirus is attacking so many people all over the United States. And I'm going to read you my notes that I written for you to understand even more about this situation and how we can come with a new approach into the wellness and see there is results into this matter. In difficult ways, you can approach difficulty situations in a healthy way and without breaking down. Remember, this shall pass, and sometimes it will turn out for the best. Don't be defeated. And in this time, we are vibrating with the vibration in a different way, and we're not familiar. We are not familiar with this type of adjustment and a new way of living in this life. Like never before, we could change that. And yet in the approach of our lives, we are winners. Believe it or not, we're still winners. And then and there, we can use a new concept. The coronavirus will not deter our lives for the living and even being healthy and well, and thinking the thought pattern that you will remain well, you will live, and you will not die. We are overcomers to win this fight. And so let's approach steps and ways that we could take and bring each day into a fulfillment where we are at right now. 1. Don't see yourself as hopeless in this new way of living, because we can live freely as we were yesterday. It's only in a different way, only for a moment. Find your own personal newness in this time of crisis. Focus into your everyday living with some joy, with peace, serenity, because you can embrace this crisis with a new strength and the concept to become concerned and clear all around you, not just where you at, but all around those that is around you. Your home is how you see yourself, even in the midst of this storm, as well as when you go out, when you're going to work, when you're going to the market, when you're picking up your supplies, and when you are entering a gathering to people. How are you going to approach when you go do your shopping, and how to share the item that is needed to purchase? As the system has made it now, you can only get 2 items to each brand of product that you need to buy your groceries. But you can have the attitude within yourself to be able to share and let others be able to be healthy, well, and whole as you want to be for yourself and your loved ones. And as I will continue, changes are inedible. Your sleep, it is important. Drinking water, it is important. And every day coming in and going out, it is very important. It is vital for you to still let the air get into your lungs. But remember, you can only be so close to others during this time of crises. And if you can, secure and protect your health by wearing a mask over your nose, wearing gloves on your hands, and if nothing else, wear the mask over your nose, and carry your sanitizers to keep the germs of any type of virus to get on you. But believe and claim it that no disease will enter your body. And we must reflect and go back and remember there has been numerous of live crises in time since the decades and centuries of the universe. Here are a few examples. Many stories every day, and it still goes on and all over the world right now. This is new for us because we've never went into a crisis this bad so fast and so soon, except in the 1960 there was a riot and there was a famine back then where families was not being fed, having water, and even having clothes on their backs. But they came through. They believed and they kept their faith and they kept their heads up even in the tears. And in the story of me reading more of the literature that I have written for you guys to understand this coronavirus. Don't feel defeated, as I stated. And here's the story, and it goes on. In moments of surprises, not always in ways where we even understand what is happening before us. In the civil rights movement of all sources of race, color, and even skin, there was always a dispute, a debate, and not even a care of who was going to come out on the winning end. You've seen bloodshed and all sources of people having to go underground to other countries in order to keep their head above water to survive. Some made it and many others didn't make it. There are people of an age today telling their life stories about the experiences that they experienced until their crises, of diversities, of misfortune, surprise men that came upon their lives and did not know how to approach and what they was going to do and how they was going to do it, or even to get any help to assist them for them to make it through their life crisis as the same as right now, this coronavirus. Here the young, they still have the attitude. They don't believe it's this serious, and how the media is about to enforce it even more for the young to take heed, or they will find them and be able to put them in a situation where they will have to obey the rules, the regulation, which is the law of protection, being safe within your health and your life. And then the wellness of a new approach. We can change this. And first, it starts with you having faith, trusting in the manifestation, trusting in the universe, letting God enter into your circle of thoughts. Pray and even invite others. Even when you're going out into the stores and on the highways and the byways, walking, driving, pull over if it's necessarily, if you can get in a place to say a prayer that you feel that there is an energy that is speaking for you to comfort someone in this time of trouble. This will not last, this coronavirus, and I trust and I believe that the Almighty God will help us from day to day to make it through. We will not center ourselves and be isolated into our homes, into our businesses, and wherever we are at during this time of crisis. It has happened in time and time again, and there was victory. There was an outcome that everything came to a peaceful meeting, and the valley was all over, and all families and friends and the whole world went back to living their lives in peace without worrying about the next day of a meal and water. This is Lady B, the Queen of Wellness. I'm going to leave you for now, but never forever, and I shall be back. And do not forget to subscribe to my page. Give me a thumbs up and even a view. Thank you and much love. Goodbye now.